Hello fellow YouTubers, and welcome to the 6th installment of the Top 5 Pokemon by Type episodic weekly series. This week, the choice was between Ghost and Fighting, and the latter won, but before I delve into the 5 best fighting types, I want to remind everyone of the brand spanking new series for this channel that starts on October 6th. There's only 19 days left, so subscribe now so you don't forget. Here, I'll give you a minute. Number 5 for this week is what I view as a fighting type. Obviously, Machoke. In terms of design, he's the fighting type without a doubt. Maybe it's just me, but I don't think there'll ever be a fighting type that captures the type quite as well as Machoke. Anyway, Machamp doesn't look quite right to me. I guess it's the too many hands, and that's why I didn't pick him. And I know it's odd that I picked Machoke after one in the fighting gym killed my Pidgeotto, but I'm letting bygones be bygones. He's strong, he learns just about any fighting move you could ever want, so there's that. Plus, you can breathe the elemental punches onto him, thus making him a monster, which is what everybody wants. What other points really need to be made for this guy? I mean, he's one of the originals. Number 4 is Medicham. He might not be a devastating attacker, but he can go either way you need him to go. You want him to be a physical attacker? Train him like that. You want him to be a special attacker? Train him like that. He's more of a defender, though, and he's earned that distinction by being one of the best fighting walls. In the new Pokemon games, he can even Mega Evolve, which makes him an even better attacker, which was really a much-needed boost, because without that, he's not that strong. Plus, his design gets even more cool-looking. You can teach him the elemental punches, an assortment of fighting and psychic moves. Again, the only downside is his attack stat is pretty low, so you'd have to work around that. Moving on to number 3, which is the opposite of Medicham, Hariyama. I love this guy. Yeah, okay, he's built off a sumo wrestler. I got that, but I'm a wrestling fan, so it works. Not exactly the best idea, but it's applied expertly. He's got a monster health stat and a great attack stat. The rest of his stats aren't too good, but he's still a monster. He learns the fighting moves, which seems to just be a fighting type trend, surprisingly. But also ground and rock moves. You can teach him Poison Jab and Bullet Punch to make him also a Fairy Killer, if need be. He has the most health for any fighting type, plus he's the heaviest fighting type. I can't think of a better way to build him than what they've created, so good job, Game Freak. What's number 2? Because I'm sure you're tired of the Hariyama talk. It's Hitmonchan, the OG fighting type himself. Face it, in the original games, he was the coolest fighting type. No one even comes close. What can't he do? He learns the elemental punches, just about any fighting move, bullet punch, earthquake, rock moves, rapid spin, to set him up however you want, really. He learns 6 increased priority moves by level, which is the most of any Pokemon ever. Plus, he's connected to Hitmonlee by a future evolution. They're the only Pokemon to ever do that, which is super awesome if you think about it. Really, I'm pretty sure everyone would have to include Hitmonchan or Hitmonlee, if you prefer him, on your list. So, I mean, yeah. Which also reminds me, comment your list. I don't think I said that at the beginning, but yeah, get your list ready. Number 1 is insanely obvious, and I really doubt I even have to say his name, so I won't. He's another fighting type with a Mega. I mean, and his Mega's great. He learned some really good moves like Extreme Speed, Dragon Pulse, Aura Sphere, Earthquake, Psychic, Shadow Ball. You know what? I'm not even listing anymore. Go check out his Bulbapedia page. He's the fastest Steel type, and the only fighting type who has a higher special attack than physical attack. Mind-boggling, I know. Really, I don't need to sell anybody in the world on Lucario. We all know how awesome Lucario is. Anyway, that just about wraps this video up. So if you've enjoyed the video, leave me a like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm pretty sure everybody also knows the routine by now. If you don't, you haven't been on YouTube long enough. And if so, subscribe anyway, because you need to get the routine down. But, yeah. Anyway, the choices for next week are Electric and Steel. And in my mind, they kind of counteract each other, but they don't really. But it's like, you know, Steel would block the electricity. It's the closest thing to connectability we got left. So vote on one of them, leave your list, and overall just peace out, home skillets.